For centuries, early scholars trying to make sense of the physical world relied on a straightforward system to categorize the materials around them. They sorted things by what they could easily see and feel in their immediate environment, sorting by color, weight, and texture, or even its specific geographic region. This system relied on static, visual traits. It worked for things that stayed exactly as they were, but it fell apart the moment a material underwent a dynamic physical change. Imagine standing in an ancient laboratory. You take a solid, ordinary-looking substance and place it over the heat of a stone crucible. Ordinarily, you would expect one of two things. The material would either catch fire and burn down to ash, or it would melt into a liquid puddle. But this substance does neither. Instead, it transforms directly into vapor, rising up and vanishing into thin air. To an ancient observer, watching a physical object simply cease to exist without leaving a trace would appear indistinguishable from magic. This presented an intellectual problem. How do you categorize a material that refuses to remain in the physical world? In the 8th century, the scientist Jabir ibn Hayyan, later known in Europe as Geber, approached this mystery from a different angle. He turned away from the mystical traditions of early alchemy. Instead, he relied on direct observation and experiments that could be repeated and verified. Jabir's innovation wasn't a specific tool, but his method, using physical stress tests to force nature to reveal its secrets. Jabir began a methodical process, applying heat to a wide variety of seemingly unrelated materials and recording the results. His tests included 3 highly distinct substances: fragrant white camphor resin, crystallized ammonium compounds, and liquid metallic mercury. Under the old rules of visual classification, these 3 materials share no common traits. They look, feel, and behave differently in their natural state. But Jabir observed a shared pattern. When heated, these wildly different materials left their containers and escaped into the air as vapor. This showed that physical behavior revealed more than appearance. He organized them into a single, unified category. He named this category spirits, a term chosen because the substances appeared to rise up and abandon their physical bodies. We can translate Jabir's 1,200-year-old category of spirits directly into the language of modern science. Today, we call these volatile materials, substances with a high tendency to evaporate or change into vapor when heated. This diagram shows the mechanics Jabir was witnessing. As heat increases, the molecular structure gains energy until the particles break their bonds and scatter upward. While modern chemistry explains the why through molecules and vapor pressure, Jabir accurately mapped the physical phenomenon centuries before those concepts were discovered. His terminology belonged to the ancient world, but his underlying reasoning was essentially modern. He helped move the study of matter away from speculative alchemy and toward a structured, organized, experimental science. By asking why certain substances disappear, Jabir ibn Hayyan proved that careful observation could reveal the hidden, predictable rules of the natural universe.